Just be yourself. Ever hear that before? I'm sure you have. Most likely, probably your mother told you when you were a kid, when you're getting ready to go to school and start your day, or start new school or new school year, or you're complaining to your mom about that girl you like, or that guy you like, or whatever it is. And our moms typically have that cliche phrase, and they might reword it in a certain way, but it's usually the same kind of thing, is be yourself. You see it in culture, see it on TV about what it takes to be yourself. You see it in movies. One of my favorite movies as a kid was Aladdin, and still is. And the whole entire theme of Aladdin is being yourself, being okay with who you are. The idea of living fully fit is understanding who we are and being okay with that. About authentic self. And that starts with your mind. How you perceive yourself. We tend to look at ourselves through a very odd mirror. It's like going into a fun house, right? And you go to those little fun houses at the carnival, and they have those wavy mirrors. One makes you look really tall. One makes you look really short. One makes you look real skinny. The other one makes you look fat. The other one makes you look all swirly, right? And so all these different lenses. Or it's just like all these different apps you can download on your phone that give a different lens to who you are. You can add a mustache, or change your hair color, or your eye color, or put little horns on your head, or have a dog tongue. All these filters. And that's truly what we see ourselves as nowadays. We see ourselves through a filter of our mind. And it's usually a false filter. And what we do is then we project that false filter to the people around us, and we're not authentic and show people who we really are. We're not authentic and allow people into our lives. When was the last time you were honest with yourself about yourself? Think of it this way. When you're about to go on that first date, and your nerves are shot, and you're wondering how this is going to play out, right off the bat, your go-to, I guarantee you, is to act different than your usual self. And that's dangerous, especially in the dating world, because if you portray yourself in a way that isn't you, that isn't authentic, eventually the actual you is going to show up. And that person that saw the unauthentic you, the you with the lens, the you with the mask, they're going to see the true you later on down the line. And the question is, are they going to stay or go? Is that going to create discourse? Is that going to create problem? I guarantee you it will. And vice versa. It's the same goes with our work. You go into the job acting a certain way, and then you tailor off and your true nature shows up. There's going to be disappointment there. Because there's expectation of what is being shown in you. The same goes with parenting. Authentic parenting. Parents tend to wear a mask too sometimes, of being either the friend to the kid, or the other extreme, being the overbearing authoritarian. And there's no middle ground of being authentic of who we really are. We want to be loving parents. We want to make sure we draw the line of parent and friend. So my challenge right now as we look at the fully fit mind is, you have to understand, ask yourself, how do you see you? Who are you? When was the last time you asked yourself that in the mirror? Look into the mirror and ask yourself, who am I? Who am I? Am I someone of value? Well, I'm going to answer that. Already, of course you are. No matter who you are watching this, you have something to offer someone else and the people around you. You were created with a purpose, and you have to discover that for your own. And you have to discover that on your own. But then again, we have to look in the mirror take the fun mirror away and look at ourselves carefully and closely. Portray yourself as you truly are, because that's okay. We tend to put up these walls of protection, and we avoid being vulnerable. We avoid being authentic. And maybe there's a reason why. Maybe you've been hurt by being who you are. And I get that that's going to happen. There's that fear of rejection. What if someone doesn't like who I am? Here's my answer to that. Then they're not meant to be in your life. Then you know what? Move forward. Because who you are, who you truly are, is meant to be in someone's life. Whether as a friend, whether as a coworker, whether it's a significant other in your dating relationship or a romantic relationship or whatever, you are perfectly designed for that right connection with someone or multiple someones. But it takes being authentic. It takes us looking at ourselves in a realistic lens and saying, okay, here's who I am, and I'm okay with that. And because I'm okay with that, I'm gonna put the mask down. I'm gonna turn the filter off and show people who I really am. When you begin to get in your mind and start thinking of who you are, allowing yourself to be authentically you, then the relationships you have begin to become healthier. Again, it's like the dating relationship, right? And maybe you're wondering why you've gone from guy to guy or girl to girl and you can't find that right person. Have you asked yourself the question, are you truly you with them? Or do you turn to someone else? I saw this one gal who, every guy she was with, she would change her personality to fit that guy. If she was with a guy who liked to work out a lot, guess what? She all of a sudden became a gym rat. If she was with a guy who liked to drink a lot, guess what? She liked to party too. And every guy she was with, she would redesign herself, remake herself to fit that guy. But later on, it wouldn't work because her true nature would come out and she would pull away and see, well, this isn't me, this isn't working out. And then there's hurt. She caused hurt to the guy who he thought he was getting someone just like him, but it wasn't. And so this mindset doesn't just affect us. Being inauthentic doesn't just affect you, it affects people around you. You have to be okay with who you are. Don't change who you are to fit someone else's lifestyle, to fit someone else's idea of what they should want in a relationship. And I get everybody has their things that they're attracted to and what they want and what they see. And it's fine. It's okay to say, you know what, I'm not that person. Even though I really like that person, I'm attracted to them or whatever. But if I don't have what they're looking for, I'm not going to change who I am to fit their mode and their mold. I'm going to be okay with who I am and be authentic and real enough to be who I am. If need be, I'm going to say, nope, that's not me. And be okay with moving forward. Not moving back, not turning around, but moving forward in my walk. Our journey in life should always be a forward progression. We should never run back, never look back. We've already been in the past. We've already established the past. The past is the past. Start looking forward. Some people come into our lives, in our journey. Some people temporary, some people permanently. The permanent ones, many times, are going to be the ones that see you for you. That see who you truly are and appreciate that. And don't use that in a negative context, but use that in a way that they compliment you and you compliment them. You're going to have friends who are the opposite of you. You're going to have significant others who are the opposite of you, and that's okay. You shouldn't be with people who are just like you. That's boring. That's vanilla. For me, I like all kinds of flavors of ice cream. Just for the idea of trying new flavors of ice cream. I just ate just vanilla, never tried anything else, I'm missing out on experiences. So again, look at how can you be authentic. Take a risk. It takes a few steps here. First, just be honest with yourself and look at yourself in the mirror and say, who am I? Am I portraying myself honestly? Be honest with your question. 2, ask someone else that knows you. Am I myself around other people? Or do I act differently? You probably know someone like that who, they're one way at work, they're one way at home, they're one way at church, and they have all these different masks. They're one way at the bar, they're one way with their guy friends or girlfriends or whatever, right? They have different personalities that fit different groups. Don't be that. Be you. Don't be that person that has to fit a different group every time they're with a different group. Be authentic. And 3, take a risk. Yes, you might get rejected for being you. That's the risk we take for being who we are. And you think by now, some of you who are in your 30s and 40s and 50s, you would get that. But sometimes age doesn't necessarily mean wisdom. We still struggle with identity, even in our mid-30s and 40s. They call that a, midlife crisis, because we haven't discovered who we are. We haven't been okay with who we are, and we need to be okay with that. Take the risk. It's okay to be rejected. We learn from rejection. We learn from disappointment. It's okay to fail. It's okay for someone to say no to you. It's okay for someone to dismiss you. And honestly, sometimes it's their loss. Because you, as who you are, might have amazing things to offer someone. And they just missed out because them themselves are dealing with their own inauthentic lifestyle. And lastly, every day you walk out, be you, but also encourage others to be them as well. Don't just live your life and be authentic. Encourage others to be authentic too. Pay it forward, pass it around. Again, I am your Living Fully Fit Coach AJ. This has been another episode of Living Fully Fit as we delve into what it means to be authentic for a fully fit mind. Thanks for watching. If you like what you watched, make sure to subscribe down below. Check me out on YouTube. Also check out the Facebook page, Living Fully Fit on Facebook. There's tons of content on there. Blogs, conversations, surveys, all kinds of great content that's going to help you on your Living Fully Fit journey.